I want to talk about life and my goals and who I want to become, in the future. Which is kind of hypocritical because, you'll figure out later on in the video that that question is very, very difficult to answer. At least to me. I guess the first thing I want to say is that I'm kind of glad that I grew up with, money, in a sense, in a way, where I have money. Of course, I'd like to be in a place where I wouldn't have to worry about my wealth and I wouldn't have to worry about certain type of stuff. But in a way, I kind of see it more like I have this opportunity to sense things that some other people don't. Like, I don't know, maybe I could be more sympathetic. Like, growing up without money, I'm kind of saying it wrong, but growing up with little money kind of made me realize what's truly important in life. It made me value a lot more about the stuff that isn't, materialistic. Like, there's a lot of things that money can't buy, and I could see that because, I don't have money. I don't have money now. I hope I have money in the future because, money is a form of freedom per se. Like, if you have money, you can do a lot more stuff than, an average human being can. And that's true. It's just the way that this economy is built, But you can't do that much things to change it now. Yeah. Like, there's just certain things that money can buy. Like, feeling, like how you feel towards someone. You can't buy that. And, you can't buy the way that you feel about someone. And I kind of want to talk about that. Like, I kind of see it like there's a meter, Like, someone's feelings can be completely different than someone else's. Like, someone's good. I'll explain it right here. Like, someone's good could be at this level, and someone else's could be at this level. Like, that's why everyone's so different, and I kind of value that. I kind of enjoy that. That's why I think that people that are different, kind of cool. They're cool in their own way. Maybe they're not cool in the way of like they're not cool in the way that society sees them, but I think they're cool. Man. And when you say it in words, it could mean the same thing. They could say the words, and they'd be like, yeah, I feel the exact same way. But they feel it more. Someone else could feel it more. Someone else could feel it less than the other person.
Your reference point of what's cool could have some pieces of why you thought my performance was cool. No one's wrong. That's what I've learned when I got older. Kind of no one's wrong.
Right, because everybody's
everything is reference point. Everything is nuance and reference point. As I got older, I realized that.
And with this question of what do you want to become when you're older, who do you want to be when you're older, I don't like it at all. Like, when people ask, when people ask teenagers, who do you want to be when you're what career path do you want to take? I don't understand why people ask us that question, because to me it's kind of scary. It's why are you pushing us, man? And the worst part is that apart from it being a hard question to answer, it doesn't have a true right answer. So, I could be wrong, I could be right, but I'll never know. I'm kind of scared to be wrong. And they try to clarify oh, there's no wrong answer. What the fuck do you mean? There's no wrong answer. It's my fucking life. I also kind of feel that when people ask that question, it's kind of it knocks some sense into me that oh shit, I'm like kind of getting older. I also kind of fear when I answer that question. Like, that just proves, like, that certifies that, like, I'm getting older, like, I'm turning into an adult. And I'm only 16 right now, But when you ask a 15 or 14-year-old, like, that question, for example, like, fuck. Like, that kind of, like, or at least for me, it puts my brain into this realization, like, oh, shit. Like, this shit is real life. Like, this shit is real. Like, I'm gonna have to start worrying about, like, old people shit, kinda. I kind of feel like when people ask that question, it just kills each time that it just feels that when people ask that question, each time more and more and more, it just kills our youth. It kills how young we are. It also feels like when I answer that question, what do you want to be when you're older? It's like the transitioning of childhood and adulthood, even though there's teenage, but it like makes that transition official. It just stops the dream when I answer that question. Like, whether it's right or whether it's wrong, it ends the dreams that kid once had. Like, it ends the dream of that kid becoming an astronaut or that kid becoming anything that he truly ever wanted to be. Once I answer that question, that's why I find that question so scary. Kind of like confirms it. And also makes you realize that